It's fine. Stand up, I get up. Lose a focus, come on, people, get up. Gonna stay focused. Opportunities, gotta get this, gotta fight this.
It's a new day and you're all invited to live your best life. You see, except I say mashisa, I'm on say patanisa. You see, I'll say crashisa, except I wear vulindebe, chrotman, vuliskela, frostan, vulinondo. Get to Sanbunani Uncle from Makai, and a salute to all my hustlers. Get to Umebel, Shomo Lona, Wang Bisa, get Zulu computer, in Macintosh, get to Awash, it's Spanish, Joban Tangic, get to see Vulaman computer, but to see Kumaga, I'm laptop, but to see Pelaga, Umkaka, why you get graphic designing. Somebody Naige, Alyssa Vicente, Intorazige, a truly international, but on Amstanje, or local, Jobaga Afunila Itohoge, Naige, a fine line design, but to Afunaga Uba, a graphic designer. Get to Asibizi Uba, see Comba locals, Bambi caps in Vagashilangagu.
I was blue and stuff, and I did die once. That always used to terrify me, was the fear of me suffocating. Hi, I'm Alyssa, and it took me a moment to find a career that could let me combine my interest in art with the technology that's shaping the working world today. Now I'm a trained graphic designer who is about to wrap up a career in large format print design. This is my story. So, my mom told me the story, and she said that she had told the doctor that she was in labor, or she could feel that she was like, I was ready to come out. And the doctor was like, no, not yet, you know. So then the whole weekend she was with me, and then the Monday she came in and they delivered me via C-section. And I had lost oxygen, so I was born blue. My fingertips and my toe tips and like my nose and lips were black. So she said then, she saw me and she was like really sad and stuff because I was blue and stuff, and I did die once and they brought me back. So she was always like, yeah. She told me then that she had also died at birth. So she was always like, so that's why I feel like we have like a good connection because we've been through the same thing when we were brought into the world. So I was like, you know, I understand. And it was interesting for me to hear like what she'd been through and stuff, because obviously I was there, but like I wasn't aware. And it's just interesting to know how I came into the world. Yeah. I think like the worst is about when my little sister was born. Because she was obviously in ICU and we didn't know if she was going to make it or not. She was born premature and she also died. I think she died a few more than one time. So my mom was also stressed about her. She was on life support and everything. And the doctors had told her, you need to switch off the machines because she's not getting better. And my mom was like, no, I'm not going to switch off the machines. You can't tell me what to do. And so yeah, no, my little sister's fine. She's going to be 11 this year. After that, I'd wanted to be a doctor, especially after what happened with my little sister. I wanted to become a pediatrician. And so in grade 9, we did a job shadowing project for our portfolio. And I went to go job shadow one of the doctors at Coronation Hospital. So I walked around with her, you know, went to go see patients when she went to go see patients and everything. And I think I realized then, I was like, okay, no, I can't do this either, because like it's babies. I can't see them in such bad like conditions and stuff, but I'm too like soft for that. So I saw a mother lose her baby that day, and I was like, okay, no, that's really sad. And she was crying, and I was like heartbroken for her, because I can only imagine how horrible that is. And I was like, okay, well, my mom could have been in that situation if I hadn't sort of pulled through. And yeah, I was like, okay, it's some heavy stuff right there. What I appreciate about life since when I was born up until now, I think every day is a gift, sort of. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's true. Especially because I did die, and I also have asthma, so I couldn't even jump on the trampoline without needing my asthma pump. It was so bad. But I learned to sort of control that, so it's much better now. And that always used to terrify me, was the fear of me suffocating, because I know what it feels like to not be able to breathe. And I think every time that I am able to breathe without needing my pump, I really, really appreciate that, because it's scary when you can't breathe.
When I found out she had asthma, Alyssa told me herself. I didn't mind, because I used to do nursing, so if anything drastic had to happen, I think I could revive her. But, and she did a lot of exercising and learned to control it herself. So I think she's got it sort of on the mark. She's quite good there.
I was done with university, and then that January of this year, I decided, okay, well, I need to find a job because I'm done. I'm not going to study further. I've been told that you can get a job with just a certificate. I did want to study further at a stage, but then I decided it's okay. Let me, go find a job. If I do need to study further, I can do that in future. And I went onto job sites and I was applying for jobs, anything with graphic design, and none of them were getting back to me. And then I went for a job interview for another car wrapping company. For my boyfriend's sister works there, and she tried to help me get a job there. But it wasn't in graphic design, it was stock taking. And at that point I was like, well, I'm not getting any answers from anywhere else, so I might as well try it out. And I went there and I had the interview with them, and then a week later they were like, no, sorry, we hired someone else. So I was really disappointed, and I was like, okay, well, now what? Where I found out about Fineline Design, there was a job opening in Honeydew at Fineline Design. And I was like, okay, well, let me try that out too. So I sent them my information and my CV and all of the stuff that they had asked for. And I did mention to them, I also have a portfolio if you guys want to see that. So I left it and I was waiting, and then I got an email a few hours later and they were like, can we please see your portfolio? So I sent them my portfolio. So I got a call from Fineline to come in for an interview tomorrow to be assessed for a position of graphic designer.
I always said to her, Alyssa, be calm, be yourself. Don't try and put on airs and graces of who you are not. I said, if you're yourself and you show them the work you've done and handled, you've got a good chance with that job. I said, but always just tell the truth and be you.
It will mean that everything I've done before that was worth it. Save up probably to buy a house or something where I can make it my own. And if need be, I would go study further. because I'm younger in a way, and also Hi guys, I just got here to Fineline Design and Wrap Vehicles for my interview. I'm a bit nervous. Please wish me luck.
Hi Alyssa, it's Manny. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming for the interview. I'm the owner of the company Fineline Design and Wrap Vehicles. Thanks for responding to the ad, really appreciate it. Before we start the interview, I would like just to tell you a little bit about Fineline Design and Wrap Vehicles. We've got two divisions. Fineline Design is the graphic design part of the business, and we concentrate on signage and indoor and outdoor displays and point of sale graphics and so forth. And then the wrap vehicle side, we concentrate on fleet graphics, custom works on high-end vehicles, and so the graphic design ties into that. Have you got any other work experience besides graphic design?
Well, before I went to go study, I spent my gap year working for my father as a PA secretary. So I did office work for him, like invoicing and filing and all that kind of stuff.
From your point of view, what makes a really good graphic designer?
Personally, I think a great graphic designer is someone who finds a way to bring art together with the technology in a way that catches people's attention, and it gives them something to think about, like, oh wow, that's really interesting to think about. I've never thought about it like that before. I think they also need to pay close attention to detail, because in design it's quite tricky. You have to be precise.
Okay, from what you saw on the website and that kind of thing, looking at the background of the company, what do you think can you offer us differently or to add value to the company?
I think I could sort of bring a new perspective, because I'm younger in a way, and also
Okay, can you take me through the knowledge of the software? What software do you know and so forth?
Okay, well, in Open Window we worked with Photoshop, Illustrator and InDesign. So we worked up to an intermediate level in all three of those. And that's mostly the software that I worked in for all my projects. So I think I would say I know about like an intermediate, how to use all three. But I would say that I'm better in Illustrator.
I would like to know from a design point of view, if a customer comes in, he gives you a design brief, just say he's a plumber for instance, he wants you to design him a logo, and how would you take him through the whole process and your approach to it? And then if you get any challenges, how would you solve it?
Well, if he came in, I'd take down his details. I'd want to know sort of if he's got anything in mind for the logo, or if he has anything prior that I could work off of. And then I'd use that and then just try and create something new for him and show him, and then let him make his changes or decide whether he likes it or what he wants to change. And then with the challenges would probably be all the changes that he'd want to make. So I would take them one by one and obviously just keep on changing things as he requires, and then just keep showing him until he's happy.
Okay, I'm going to pair you with a mentor. She's going to go through 3 tasks with you. So pay attention, what she explains to you and gives you some briefs on the tasks. And that is going to obviously, have an outcome of would you get the position or not.
Ditakatso di qala ke dintho tse ngata. Wena amohela di-experience tsa hao kaofela, hobane o ka se tsebe hore ke boemo bofeng bo tla go supa moo o tlamehang go ya teng. Alyssa yena wa o tseba mosebetsi, wa tlameha gore a phuthullohe hobane seo se supa go itshepa. Di-graphic designer ba bopa ditshwantsho go bua ka ha di-services kapa tsona di-products. Bongata ba bona ba na le bokgoni ba ho taka, ba go bua, ba go bopa, ene ba sebedisa di-software packages go ya ka ho fapana ha tsona. Haholo ba kgona go bona setshwantsho se felletseng dibakeng tsa 3D. Mahaslas, dula ntse o batla, sebedisa di-experiences tsa hao kaofela, tse dimpe ho go pusha, tse ditle ho go hula.
My name is Sam, it rhymes with ham. I'm a graphic designer. I've been in the printing industry, the design industry for 11 years. I love what I do, and today I'm going to be Alyssa's mentor. Can't wait. You've worked in Illustrator before, that's correct?
Yes.
What version were you working in?
That's a toughie. I don't know.
Hustlers sizuleke imali ke le hustler bafethu ukuthi intokazi ineyinhlanga nenhlanga ezihlangene kuyena lapha bafethu. Ngiyazibuza ke njengoba kuyisikhathi se-World Cup kanje ukuthi usekala liphi ke iqembu lebhola ngoba ke unabo uRonaldo phakathi Portuguese, unabo ke uSchweinsteiger phakathi Germany, naye ke iBelgium bafethu Kevin De Bruyne. Kodwa ke akusiyona ke into esikhuluma ngayo namhlanje, sihlangene ke nge-graphic design njengoba silapha ke Fineline Design njengoba ke intokazi ifuna ukuba i-visual communicator. Labo nto ke bathatha amagama bayenze imibukiso okuyinto ke ebaluleke kakhulu ke umhlaba ke we-pictography bafethu. Kazi ke iyophuma kanjani, izoyenza ke ilogo ukuthi idonsa amehlo noma ke le task azoyishaya izomfakela amehlo. Kodwa mina ngithi buka la njengoba ke nginikeza i-word jumbo, nginikeze ke ama-clues amabini oku-Y no-O. Umunyazi impilo ngena lapha ku-Twitter naku-Facebook. So asamsibona ke intokazi ishaya ilogo. So go.
Alyssa, so we'd like you to do a few tasks for us just to see how it goes.
Okay.
You up for that?
Yeah.
Awesome, okay. So your first task we would like you to do is a logo redraw. So you'll be redrawing our logo, Fineline Design. You can match the fonts, that's not a problem. You can match the colors. If you can add in a few Pantos, that would be fantastic. Okay, you have got 15 minutes to complete this task.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm gonna open Illustrator now.
Okay. Alyssa, you've worked in Illustrator before, that's correct?
Yes.
You did extensive training at college from your CV, I see.
Yes.
What version were you working in?
That's a toughie. I don't know.
That's a toughie, doesn't count. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna find the stuff under task 1.
Yes. So what I've done for you is I've saved all your tasks that I would like you to complete on the desktop, and you will find everything you need to redraw in task 1. There we go.
What appealed to me about being a graphic designer is all the creativity and all of the color that you can use and the things you can make and just being able to share that with other people.
What appealed to me about graphic design was the way you can manipulate specific visual elements to be what you want them to be. Yeah, you can manipulate specific colors to work and flow the way you want them to flow, the way you want it to work together.
So I'm gonna lock the background layer so it doesn't move.
Great.
And then I'm gonna start redrawing the logo
Yes.
with the pen tool.
With the pen tool.
Yes.
Is there any other tools you could use in Illustrator to redraw?
You can use quick trace, but it sometimes messes up the image.
Oh, okay, no. I definitely want to see the clarity of your lines.
Yeah.
So quick trace is not an option.
Let me just change the color of the line so I can see it. So my difficulty in choosing what I wanted to do was I wanted to be 100% sure because university is expensive. You can't mess around. So I wanted to be sure that what I did wasn't going to go to waste, that I was going to use it. And my family, my father wasn't happy with the gap year in the beginning, because he said, no, you know, are you going to go study afterwards? Because a lot of people don't. So I sat down with him and I told him, look, I'm going to take a gap year. I will go study afterwards. I just want to be sure in what I'm going to do.
And how's those lines going for your redrawing?
I will zoom out.
You're struggling a bit, or is it fine? No problems?
It's just here and there where I have to redo the line because I've taken it too far.
A bit blurred as well. You can see it's quite pixelated. Not as bad as some we receive.
This is still good.
And Alyssa, you are now left with 5 minutes. As we did mention, you have only got 15 minutes to complete this task.
Okay.
I would like you to jump to the text, please.
The bottom one.
Yeah, let's do the bottom. I would like to see our payoff line. I'd like to see how you do that. I realized that I could translate concepts into something visual when I was at school. When I first started drawing and studying art theory, it's more than a concept to me, it's an emotion that I can translate onto any media at all, with any material and any medium. I just take it and I feel it, and for me that's it. What are you doing now?
I'm just finding the font and then I'm going to try and match it to that one because I'm not sure which kind it is yet.
And if you cannot find the font, what is your alternative option?
Well, there is a thing where you can go online where you sort of take a screenshot of it and then you can match it, or it tries to match it to the closest one. Otherwise, I will sit with it and try every different font that I have.
And that font is a match to our payoff line.
Yes.
Our what is it called?
Slogan.
Slogan. Thank you. Payoff line slogan. Great. Do you want to zoom in for me so I can have a look? All right.
Just some parts.
Perfect, but it's quite a good match.
Yeah.
Okay. Will you go back to the F for me?
The big one.
The big one. Can we just match that color?
This color we can. The shift from sort of the school environment and university and stuff into the work world was quite a difference. It was a little bit hard because, you know, in school you're still learning and you have, I don't know, you sort of not knowing what you're doing to fall back on. But in the working world, you know, you studied for this, you should know what you're doing. So you can't use any of that as an excuse because there are other people around you that can help you if you need help. So you can either do that and draw a block and check, or you can take the whole thing and press your eyedropper tool. So.
And is that color going to be a match?
Looks like it will be.
Good, I'm happy with that. This will be the end of your task 1 and we can move on to task 2. Thank you very much, Alyssa.
Mosebetsi ona o na le pressure, nako ya go sebeletsa ka potlako le go iketsa pele ke dintho tse Alyssa a tlamehang go ithuta tsona. Ha ile motheo wa mosebetsi o na le ona. Ho kena lekaleng lena o hloka National Senior Certificate. O ka ikwetlisetsa for BA ya Fine Arts, yona e tla go nka dilemo di le 4, kapa o ka etsa National Diploma ya Graphic Design, e tla go nka 3 years. Di-courses da tholagala mane di-collegeng. Hopola gore go ya ka sekolo se o yang go sona ba ka e batla portfolio ya hao gore ba bane le bopaki ba mosebetsi o wena o ka kgonang batlang ho etsa. Mahaslas, hopola hore ke ka ha toro ya hao e tlang ho supa tsela kapa tsona ditsela tse wena o tlamehang ho di latela. And hape yona toro eo e tla o fa matla a hore o kgotlelle and o tsamaye leeto la hao.
What is your understanding of pixelation?
No, that's a hard question. I don't know.
Welcome to your task number 2. You will be working on signage for us, okay? We need a large outdoor sign to be installed above one of our doors. You are going to be working with perspex and vinyl and dye bond. I need you to work on a perspex backing, and I need layers to be applied on top of each other to create a 3D effect sign for outside.
So I'm going to open Illustrator. Okay, let me just put that back.
Okay.
So that's the
Tell me
logo.
what to do.
Is this the logo I'm
That is the logo you need to use, please.
So I'm just going to put a cut line on there, correct? We need to cut out the
You are going to put a cut line, that is correct. Alyssa, can you tell me, whilst you're working on this, what is the difference between a logo design for a corporate identity and a logo design for printed elements?
So for the corporate identity, you don't need to put a cut line and bleed and stuff. You're not going to cut it out because they're just going to put it on their letterheads or business cards or stuff like that. So then for printing, you need to put the cut line with bleed on like it's got here.
And how much bleed are you adding on?
Put about 2 mils there.
2 mils.
So that when it cuts it, it doesn't leave a white mark if it cuts a bit skew. Me having like a low confidence or confidence level is, I think it's something that's always been about me because I'm shy, I'm quiet, I don't sort of like all of the attention being on me. So it always, to me, feels like when I'm doing something, am I good enough to do it? You know? So I've just always been like that because I want everything I do to be great. So I worry about that, whether it's great or not. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab everything.
Yes.
And group it, and then make a copy.
Awesome.
And put that copy on top.
I see you work a lot with your shortcuts.
I do.
Awesome stuff, nice and quick.
And then I'm gonna make a block, I think.
Yes, what is your block for?
For this piece, so that when I connect it to the wrap, it still keeps the outline of wrap with the elements underneath.
Perfect. So, as a graphic designer, I think one of the things that we really struggle with is that we turn concepts into art, and that is how we communicate. But I've also found that it is very important to be able to communicate with clients and other people. We have to be able to say and express what we want to do and how we want to move forward on a design, as well as show it. So Alyssa, how far are you from finishing?
Not very far. I'm just gonna make...
No.
Why?
Why? So how far are you from finishing this?
At the moment, what I'm just going to do is make the clear perspex black so that you can see what it would look like on the clear perspex.
Perfect.
Okay. Center back.
Oh, awesome. That's looking great. Can't wait to see it once it's done.
And now all of these, need to get that out so that you can actually see the E.
And so you're cutting it out. You're cutting your centers away.
Yes. And then just removing them.
To let you know, but your time is slipping away.
I'm almost done.
You're almost done. Can't wait to see it.
Neither can I.
Your illustrator skills are really awesome. I'm very impressed by that. You're a very neat worker, which is good.
Color to me, it means like life, because I think without color everything would be so boring and you wouldn't enjoy things as much. And that's how it'll look.
That's how it's going to look, the finished product.
Yes.
Wonderful, and you've added all your cut lines in.
Yes.
Can I have a look at your cut lines if you zoom in?
And they're not on here now, actually, because I'm just showing you
what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Great. What is your understanding of pixelation?
No, that's a hard question. I don't know.
Not a hard question. What is pixelation?
But no, it's when you zoom in and you can see the actual blocks of the image, and I don't know how to explain it. It looks
blurred.
Yes. What was challenging about task 2, I think, was just sort of getting everything where it needs to be with the specific lines that it needs to have, and then just keeping it all together so that you don't move the logo or part of the logo out too much, because then it changes completely.
Thank you, Alyssa. So that is the end of your task 2, and you can please close your programs, and then we'll start with that downstairs, Solan.
Ha ile makala kaofela a na le dipuo tsa ona. Ha o le moo o tlameha ho itseba and o tsebe le ho ihlalosa. Tse ding tsa ditalente tsa di-graphic design tse hlwahlwa ba na le bokgoni ba ho bopa, ele hloko ka target market, bokgoni ba puo, morero ha ba etsa mosebetsi, le yona technology hobane ka ntle ho yona o ka se kgone ho tswella. Mahaslas, ha ekaba wena o batla ho bopa bokamoso ba hao, o tlameha ho bo aha, empa pele o tlameha ho iaha wena ka thuto, tsebo e nepileng, hobane ka tsona dibitsa tseo o tla tlameha and o tla kgona ho ya lepatlelong la economy. Ukwazi ke ukuxhumana phecelezi communication bafethu nokuba creative izinto ke ezibalekile mawufuna ke ungena kulomkhakha we graphic design njengoba sibonile intokazi yenzile ngaphambilini kutask yakhe yokugcina ke izohamba ke iyohamba lapha nisebenzela ke iclient ixhumeke imbukiso namagama kwimoto on her road to success kodwa bathi nibuza ibhasi libhaliwe iningi lenu ligibele istimule as wrong so athi ngincede bafethu nginikeze one more clue which is the letter M. You know what to do kodwa ngithanda ukusho lokhu kubantu abathi thina ngeke siziphumelele ake mina kancane give us a break, man.
Why would you go so far over the vehicle like that?
So that
Alyssa. So welcome to task number 3. This is your final task, and I would like you to design a half wrap coverage on a vehicle. I would like you to incorporate both the Fineline Design and the wrap vehicles logos and work them in together. I need you to bring all of those vehicles together on top of each other, because what you're going to do is you're going to size them up. But Illustrator only has a certain limit for sizing, and so if you try and size it up to the actual vehicle at the moment, it's going to run off the artboard, and Illustrator will tell you, no thank you, it's not happening. So group them all together, move them, use your align tool, move them all into the center. Okay, so you've got your template. You have now scaled it up by 2000%, which means it is on size. You've pasted it onto a new document. That's great. So you can now separate all your elements, and you can go wild with your design. One thing to keep in mind is that your brief has described a half wrap, which is usually from the back of the vehicle to sort of middle of the vehicle. That's the amount of coverage that we would like. And as I did mention previously, we need both the wrap vehicles and the Fineline Design logo incorporated. Go wild! Let's see what you're gonna do.
What inspires me is, I think, a lot of music and movies. I love books, so I like, sort of the imagination side, where when you read something you can sort of visualize it, and I think that inspires me to visualize things more. And I think in terms of role models, there's a few artists that do inspire me, like Salvador Dali or Frida Kahlo, because they have really interesting work, and they worked with their colors and the way they've done it. It's just inspiring and interesting to see that. Changing the direction of the gradient.
That's lovely. I do like it with a lot of the red showing through. It's very eye-catching.
Make it about there.
That's very nice. Why would you go so far over the vehicle like that?
So that...
To me, art is definitely a way to relay a message and put out my feelings. Often what I have felt internally will not be spoken, but definitely comes out onto a canvas. For me, it's very important that there is not an obvious message in art, but more a quiet, secret message that makes people think, and really, really plays on their emotions and their thoughts. So what would you do if the logo was the same color as the vehicle?
Then I would use the logo in its inverse format. If the logo is black and the car is black, then I'd make the logo white.
Okay. So it definitely stands out against the vehicle.
Yes.
It's good to know.
Okay, so I've placed that behind the vehicle, so that now I can try and put the logos and stuff on as well.
Why do you have your background placed behind the vehicle?
So that I can see the lines of the vehicle and know where I need to keep the logos and anything else that I'm putting within those lines.
Yes.
My experience now in being a graphic designer, I'm quite excited. I'm always excited about it because I get new tasks to do and new artwork to work with, and it's just interesting to see, these pieces of artwork that other people have put together or that they've thought about, and I think to myself, wow, it's actually, it's really beautiful, or okay, this needs some work, and I'm happy to help,
Well, thank you very much. Do you just want to zoom in a little bit so I can have a look?
And then to show it on the other side of the vehicle, how would I do that?
Okay, your other side of the vehicle, we would reflect.
So I'll just delete this.
You will delete that, copy that, and reflect it. And you are then going to reflect
The logos. Oops, wrong way.
Yes, you need to reflect all your logos to make sure that they print the correct way. Right. So task 3 for Alyssa was incredibly challenging. Being a 3-dimensional application onto a vehicle, to wrap your head around the curves and the lines and the bends, I think that was very challenging for Alyssa. Also, taking the template, sizing it up, working with that on-size template. You're working with something on a screen so big and your vehicle is 4 meters. It's quite something to wrap your head around. Alyssa did take it in her stride, and she did understand quite a lot of what we were chatting about. But I think that was a very big challenge for her. Rotate your logo so that your text is reading left to right. That's cool. But your mascot is going to have to be reflected also. And doing that will change your design.
Oh, I see. This doesn't want to reflect.
Illustrator, work with me. Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to have to reflect.
So you are going to have to reflect him, and often it does happen that reflecting and making sure that you can read text left to right, yes, it does change the basis of your design. So that would be something that you would need to relook at. But for now, I think time is up. Yeah, that is task 3. Thank you.
Hi. Are you back from the tasks? How did they go?
They went well. There's obviously just a few things that I needed help with and, I struggled a bit with, but otherwise...
And you asked Sam, she ran through everything with you and everything?
Yes, she helped me quite a bit, so that helped a lot. I hope I did well.
Okay, Alyssa, out of the 3 tasks, which one did you find, the best and the one that gave you the worst challenge, I suppose?
Okay, for me, I think I enjoyed the first task because I enjoy sort of redrawing logos and doing logos. The second task was also quite good. I liked all the different elements in it. And the third task was a bit more challenging because I've never worked with vehicles before. So that one was a bit different for me.
Okay, after the interview and the 3 tasks, do you think this is still the position for you?
I do think so, yes. I believe so. It's a very nice vibe. I think I could do well in the work with more practice, and I enjoy being here.
Okay, I had a brief chat with the mentor. She had a few things to say, but before we discuss everything further, is there something that you wanted to ask us?
I don't really have any questions right now.
Okay, after the chat with the mentor, we'll give you feedback back. The feedback was really, really good. So from our side, we would like to offer you the position of junior graphic designer at Fineline Design Wrap Vehicles. So hope you're happy.
I'm very happy
to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good.
I will do my best.
Perfect. From here, I'll get all the paperwork and all the goodies ready and whatever I need from you, like ID and so forth. And then I'll just set up a meeting with you again to obviously just sign it.
Okay, thank you. So I just got the job and I'm really excited. It's going to help me get my foot in the door, learn new things, become more of an adult. So to all my hustlers, presser, pusher, panda.
Well done, Alyssa. re ithutile ka wena o ra tlameya go tswa go ilo batla dikarolo tsa rona bophelong ha e ka ba ha di iponagatse go rona. Potso ya rona ya beke ena e tswa ko Kim a re yena o na le kgatlho ya go sebetsa makaleng a fashion. Sheba mosebetsi wa fashion buyer, bona ba tlameya go predicta di-trends tse tlang and hape ba reka diaparo ba di rekela di-shopo. Wena o tlhoka national senior certificate e tla o dumelang gore o etse yona degree kapa diploma. O ka ikwetlisetsa for BCom kapa clothing management. Di-subject tsa business management le tsona di ka o thusa. Fashion diploma le yona ya tholagala. Mane ko di-collegeng, fashion merchandising course le tsona da tholagala. Ha so o qetile he, o ka sebetsa ko di-department store, di-retail store. Ha o na le tšhelete and hape o na le experience e lekaneng, o ka bula ya hao boutique. Ha e ka ba gona le o so utlwang, hopola o checkela Facebook kapa yona website ya rona. Ke emetse ya hao potso. Intokazi ikhombisile ubonke ke amaphawu wempumelelo njengoba ke sinekusasa egqamile iselele umsebenzi omusha. Sithi ibambe kanjalo intokazi, you are a true symbol of hope kuma hustlers amaningi laphana emakhaya. Speaking of which, sokusikhathi ukuthi manje nginikeze igama laphana esilifunayo uwe Jumble. Symbol ilona ke igama kade silifunda bafethu, it was so simple. Uma ke ithole isizhala la kuwena, uma ungayitholanga better luck next time. Mina ngimfana kaMtambo ngidonsa zonke intambo. Sengiphuma kanje ngisahlala khona lapha ku Twitter na ku Facebook and also on YouTube. Ngikhala ngitshela ngithi don't look down, look up and stay up like a logo on a billboard.